In this video, I'm going to be taking a quick look at this hand deburring tool that I purchased off Amazon. It comes with a nice aluminum handle that has a good knurling on it for grip. It's a good size to fit in the hand. One of my favorites is actually this plastic as far as the fit in the hand, because it gets smaller near the back and bigger near the front. So therefore your pinky, when it wraps around it, is smaller diameter and the other fingers are bigger. So it kind of has a nicer feel in the hand. And then this area right here is good to grab onto with your thumb and forefinger. So that's one of the best designs. But the plastic one ended up breaking after a while. The button won't retain the deburring tool anymore on the end. And it also had storage in the cap in the back. But so I wanted something that was more solid, had a more solid retention system in here. So that's where I found this tool. And it still feels pretty good in the hand, not as good as this plastic one. This is very sharp right here. So I would take that and knock that down with a file, because it's right where your thumb is, and it's gonna be scraping your thumb. And it's also sharp on the front here. So here's another one that I purchased that I've already done that to. I went ahead and knocked that down, so it's a nice smooth surface now, and it's not trying to cut your finger. So it comes with these 10 inserts, and it has a very nice ball lock retention, has smooth rotation, and the only thing is, how good are these inserts? Are they pretty hard, such it'll do some good deburring on metal? Well, let's see. I actually have a hardness tester to be able to test that. So we're going to start off with a 65, HRC 65 hardness testing. And I'm going to try to do it on the surface here so I can see if it's scratching at all. And it is, I mean, it's barely grabbing. Do it on the back a little bit. It's hard to get that surface area. So it's biting through the coating, and it is biting into the metal just a tiny bit, but not much. I suspect it's pretty close to 65. Let's test the 60. And the 60 is not doing much at all. I think it's just getting the coating. Let's see on the surface here. I mean, it's skating right off of the surface. It's not doing anything to this surface here. So it's harder than 60. Let's see if I can grab the surface of this one. And just right at about 65. I can scratch it with a 65, but not a whole lot. So the hardness of these inserts is right about 65, which is good because that'll make sure that they can even deburr steel parts. So this part I know is hardened to between 60 and 65 HRC. So let's see if the tool can actually cut that material. And yes, it can. So this tool is even able to deburr this very hardened steel. It's not I don't think it's a high-speed steel, but it is an alloy that can be hardened pretty hard. So that shows you just how hard these inserts on here are and what they're capable of cutting. If they're capable of cutting hardened steel, that's a pretty impressive deburring right there. I'm even able to deburr the back of an X-Acto blade. So it's harder than an X-Acto blade. I like the grip. It's a nice grip. It's a little bit better than, this is, I think, the same brand. This one is smaller, maybe better in a smaller hand, better for certain uses, possibly. But I like the grip of this better. It feels better in the hand. I like the knurling. Again, this one was the best feeling. This one by Noga, which is a good quality brand. It's all plastic, has some bit storage in the handle. Right back here. You can store some bits in the handle. And this is all plastic up front here too. I think the retention piece is plastic in there. Hopefully there's a metal ball holding it in place. It's quite big in the hand. Honestly, this should be kind of tapering smaller like this one to really wrap your pinky around it. It feels like a grip. It feels pretty good in the hand. Time will tell of like if you're doing this for hours, which one is better. It's kind of a tough call and may depend on your hand, but I do like the grip of this one quite a bit.